hard to believe at first.
Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. One word.
Marjorie Peel Wood has been doing her best to help her community for years. She donates what she can afford to organizations she believes in, and she spends her free time volunteering with the Bush Foundation.
I have this strong belief, that the hope for our society is based in the community. That's where everything begins, and that's where everything grows.
So on Give to the Max Day back in 2014, she decided it was the right time to make a $100 donation to a part of the community that she is influenced by every day.
So I look around the community, and we only live like half a mile away from here.
Okay.
And there's a number of children in our apartment building that go to this school. And the big reason is my niece teaches here, has taught here for a number of years. So I said, yeah, sure, Centennial Middle School. And I went to Give Minnesota website, and sure enough, I found Centennial Middle School. So that was it.
In 2014, Give Minnesota randomly selected 2 donations made on Give to the Max Day and added thousands of dollars to the donation that was made. This time, Marjorie's donation to Centennial Middle School was selected as one of the 2 golden tickets. The school found out that they were awarded the $20,000 the next morning, but no one had told Marjorie until the principal called to thank her.
So Bob comes on the phone, and he's umming and eyeing, and says, oh, Mrs. Wood, and he just can't seem to find his words. And finally he says, Mrs. Wood, I just have to thank you for your incredibly generous gift. And I'm going, $100?
Her confusion was put to rest very quickly.
He says, $100? What are you talking about? And I said, well, what are you talking about? And he says, you haven't heard? He says, we won the $20,000 bonus drawing on Give Minnesota. So then I was the one that lost my words.
At this point, the school had to decide what to do with their new funds.
When you get that information that you have been afforded that opportunity, you immediately go to how can I be most responsible with those dollars? And so for us, it was about bringing community and school leadership and Marjorie together to have that conversation about what's the most thoughtful way to spend those dollars. And so from there, this evolved. So it was surreal, and then exciting, and then in some ways temporarily daunting.
After deciding that they wanted to find a way for all of their students to benefit from this donation, they decided that the best way to do that would be by remodeling the media center and by giving it an appropriate name.
So the space originally was constructed 20 years ago, and it was a very traditional library with chairs and tables and bookshelves. And the conversation really stemmed from looking at what's going on at the university level, in the workplace, local businesses, and it became evident to us that the spaces were evolving into sites where kids could come and adults could come and access in small group technology and each other to have conversation, to do group problem solving and group research. So the spirit of it is a safe, welcome, warming environment for casual use, and then for instructional use, really get away from rows and tables to environments where kids could come and engage, and it's evolving. We're excited.
This change has made a difference not only in how the space looks, but also in the response that the students have had.
We actually have kids now that are begging to come down to the Commons that maybe weren't begging before, so we're excited about that.
The school was excited to be able to give their kids something special at a time when the extras are often left out.
They're tight times. There's tight times at the state level and at the localized level, so it allows you to go beyond what you would be doing and to accelerate that journey for our learners, and that's what it did for us. We wouldn't be sitting here where we are in the Learning Commons journey without Give Minnesota and without Marjorie and the $20,000.
Marjorie was happy and humble and sometimes emotional as she was reminded of how her gift is making a difference.
Oh, she's amazing. She has a heart that's bigger than she is, and she is humble, as you saw today when she talked to the group, and just cares about other people. When you find someone who volunteers for a group like the Bush Foundation, and then on top of that donates to schools.
The school hopes to use Marjorie's story and the story of the Learning Commons to inspire students by teaching them how small actions can make a big difference.
My hope for the day is that beyond this physical space and the changes made, that this leaves a lasting impression on the kids about what they can do as students and then as young adults to make a difference for other people.
For North Metro TV News, Danica Peterson reporting.